Hi there! Here we are again for another short development update for the game I am developing called Project Rebirth. A multiplayer city building game where you build your own city on the actual planet. Besides my SSD crashing and me almost losing all my data, I still managed to add some exciting new features. But let this be a reminder to back up your data, guys. Too bad there's not a cloud company that sponsors me or a NAS I could sell you, but just figure something out, okay? But since the last update, I added some new assets to the game. I gave roads a new texture so they look a lot better next to all the other assets, and I also added a brewery to produce drinks so that your inhabitants can get some entertainment in the tavern. Another new building is the warehouse to extend your storage space. And I find this one quite neat, because the content of your warehouse will dynamically change depending on what items you have a lot of. Of course, you can also choose what the warehouse stores if you want to fine-tune your storage capacity of different resources. And what I'm also really excited for is the audio system that I implemented in the game. Besides simple sound effects when you click a button or destroy a building, I made it so that different sounds can fade in or out based on how zoomed in you are and where in the world you are. That adds a lot of possibilities in, for example, playing bird sounds when you're close to the ground or wind effects when you're high up in the sky, and it also allows for dynamic music to play depending on where in the world you are. There will be more updates on that soon, because I found a wonderful composer and we're getting started on the soundtrack for Project Rebirth. So make sure to join the Discord or become a member if you want to be among the very first to hear of these updates. I also reworked the way that the different biomes are drawn on the map. I have a dedicated video on that you can watch. But in short, it is way more performant when figuring out for each tree what species it has to be. It reduces the sharp edges between biomes, and it takes up almost 1,000 times less memory to store all the information. If you're curious how I did it, that video might be an interesting watch for you. A final little feature I added was a global population counter. Keeping track of your own growth is fun and all, but I figured it's also nice to see how far along the entire game is in repopulating the planet. I think it fits the setting of the game nicely as well. And that's it for this time. Thanks to all my supporters for their thoughts and feedback. If you want to see more updates, definitely join the Discord server. If you would like to get your hands on the latest build, or if you want to get a front row seat for the development of Project Rebirth, consider becoming a supporter as well. I hope to see you soon.